At this exact moment, 3 years ago, I had $5,000 to my name and I was about to leave the real estate industry. Fast forward to today, I have my dream home, I have my dream wife, dream daughter, and truthfully, I have my dream life because of the clients that I have and the lifestyle that I get to live based on everything that I've been through. I'm making this video for a younger version of myself or anyone who is out there feeling stuck, whether you are thinking about getting into a business or you're stuck in your current business, or if you're thinking about getting into real estate, this is a good video for you to watch. I want to give you the 5 strategies or tips that I have acquired that I wish I had known before that I know now, and I would love to share this with you. Now, the very first thing on the list is sales is a service business. Now, the moment that a client feels like you do not have their best interest in mind, you will lose them, as you should. And think about any time that you've ever bought something expensive, whether it's a watch, whether it's a car, whatever it can be. Hopefully, you felt like the person that was guiding you in that process truly wanted you to be happy, took the time to listen to what you wanted, and by the end of it, hopefully you felt like they were looking after your best interest. Now, there's moments maybe that people can get sales, but you have to look at real estate as a business of a career, that you want to be in this business for a long time. And you can have a transaction for a moment, but if you want to have a client for life, you really have to make sure you're genuinely taking care of them. So again, even if you think you're slick with it, time will catch up to you. So this is a service business, and my mentor puts it this way, Ryan Serhant would say, people hate to be sold, but people love to go shopping with their friends. So it's important to treat everyone in a friendly manner, be respectful to them, and how my brothers and I do business is we treat them like family. Sometimes it's brutal honesty, but always it's with love and care. That's my first lesson. The second thing I would say is you need to cultivate a mindset of abundance and success, meaning that you need to feel that you truly deserve to make good money, that you truly deserve to have your dream life, to have your dream partner, to have a life of abundance. Now, this is probably the one that's going to take the most work because everything that you know now is your programming. It was either something that you learned from your parents, which is probably what they learned from their lives. That was my experience. My parents, they're the best. They taught me what love is, and I'm so grateful for that. But the truth of the matter is, they weren't able to teach me about money because they didn't have that knowledge. My dad was a police officer, my mom was a nurse. Again, the most hardworking and beautiful people ever. They're just the best souls. But the thing is we avoided those conversations about money. We avoided those conversations about, you couldn't talk about money in my house. But one of my mentors in real estate, he said, in this real estate business, we're gonna make talking about money very common. Because for one, in real estate, every single day, you're helping people work through money problems, whether they're buying something or, in that case, it's money solutions, actually. And it's helping them to be wise in their investments and helping them to make the best possible decision. And I had a client of mine tell me at one time, they asked me, do you know why someone chooses a real estate agent they work with, or why they should? And I said, no, please tell me. They said, we want to look as if we're giving you a $2 million briefcase full of cash, $2 million cash. And how are you going to treat it? Are you going to throw it at the first house that you see? Or are you really going to guard it and protect it with your life? And in order to be in a position to guard someone's $2 million, you need to have the value and sense for what $2 million could look like or feel like. So step 1, I would say, is like me, either get with a therapist or coach or spiritual guide that can help you let go of old stories that are not true. Because if you were going to take the world on, head on, and build your dream life, it's so important that you let go of those stories that are no longer true, so you can create the space so that you can bring in all the new lessons and the capacity that you need to attract the money that you're looking for, attract the opportunities, and when those opportunities arise, to be able to be present and to be able to help. That is probably the most important is to build that mindset and read books. Books are really important. I will put into the caption some of the books that I've read that have taught me a lot and taught me how to be a better businessman. The third one on my list, and this is for sales in particular, is any momentum is good momentum if you are at a standstill. 3 years ago, I only had $5,000 to my name. I had no traction. I was spinning my wheels like crazy, but I wasn't going anywhere. And believe it or not, it was actually a really small land deal that I maybe made $1,500 on that ended up creating the momentum that led to me finishing that last 6 months of the year with the most I had ever made in a year. It was the first time I ever made six figures. So you don't know where the momentum will take you, but as you know, if you are in a place where you're not feeling any energy or movement or real progress in your life, all you need is those little confidence pieces to get you going and keep you going. So any momentum is good momentum. The most important thing is once you get momentum, don't run away, because that momentum is your power to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing that is going to fuel you until the next thing arises. So stay in the game, keep going. It's like a marathon and you got to keep stepping. The fourth one is one that I learned from one of my first real estate mentors, someone that was consistently making 7 figures a year. He said to me early on, he said, the market will compensate you based on the level of skills that you cultivate. What that means is if you want to be a very profitable realtor, you need to learn how to truly give a good level of service and care to your buyers and to your sellers. It's learning how to talk to them, like learning how to listen. A lot of the times we act like we're a doctor. You know, how well can you actively listen to understand what someone wants and then deliver it to them? A lot of that same thing too, I think, is learning how to get out of your own way. And it's letting the client truly tell you what they want so you can truly deliver to them, not just what they want, but above that standard. Cultivate your skills and practice. That's the main key. Practice these conversations. And the last one, and by far the most important of all of these, is you need to have a really strong why. Because it is an absolute guarantee that in this business, at least for real estate, and probably all businesses for entrepreneurs, is it's going to get hard. There's going to be seasons where things are not flourishing, or you're in the season of planting all the seeds, not necessarily gathering a harvest. You're just planting seeds, and it's going to be hard. So it's really important that you have a really strong why or purpose for why it is you're doing what you do. For me, it's my family. It's my beautiful wife, Celine, and it's our daughter, Scarlett, and continuing to build the life that we dream of. You know, for us, my parents worked so hard to give my brothers and I the opportunity to pursue a career where we didn't have to always live in maybe survival, but we got to pursue something that could actually bring abundance into our lives. Now, a lot of real estate has been periods where I'm gaining resilience. And it means sometimes you're losing a lot, and I've lost a lot. That season we talked about at the beginning, I was losing a lot. But it's during those losses that I was cultivating a lot of resilience. I was cultivating the armor so that I could be able to show up in all circumstances. Because it's just like a boxing match. Not that I'm a boxer, but if you can survive getting beat up in the 12th round, it's going to make all the other rounds of any other fight a lot easier. You know, well, compared to that, this is actually really great. My brothers and I went full-time into real estate at a period of time when it was actually the worst real estate year in 30 years. And that's when we really learned the business. So our mentality was, well, if we can learn in this business, we can serve in any business, in any year, if you will. Those would be my 5 pieces of advice. Now, what I would say, again, if you're someone thinking of getting into real estate or you're feeling stagnant in your business, is the first place that you need to look at is within yourself. Decide, and maybe you need the help of a guide. Let me know if you do. I can share some people with you that can help you let go of old stories so you can bring in new ones, because you deserve to live your dream life, and all you have to do is set your mind on what you want and show up every day. And the important part is, though, is don't complain about the work associated with the dreams that you asked for, because you can have it all, but it is work. So you may as well work for something worth working for. Again, I'm Bryan Welch. I'm a luxury realtor in Los Angeles. I lead a team with my two brothers and I, and three of our other really, really close friends. And we just love to help people. And if we can help you in your journey in any capacity, we're happy, and we're always happy to help. So don't forget to like, subscribe, stick around, and see you in the next video. Keep going.